Ladies and gentlemen, we have a beautiful day here in New York City because spring is springing, and that's my Mercedes out front. But the car that I'm going to focus on today is my 533i BMW. It is back after a very lengthy restoration process. I'm going to go over some of the things that I had to do to make this car 100% perfect, at least in my eyes. So here goes nothing, and welcome back to the channel. That is one form of horsepower. Now, as they like to say, this is where the magic happens, and this engine is running like a top. It is running beautifully. Everything is 100% perfect, with the exception of these, tape adhesives holding down this plastic fuse box, but everything under there works perfectly. I can promise you that. Brand new radiator, aluminum radiator with brand new hoses, clamps, and everything else, because you need to stay cool during the summer. And as the temperatures are increasing, we need to make sure that this engine runs beautifully, because it does. I mean, this engine runs 100% amazing. It is absolutely amazing and astounding how well it accelerates and how well it keeps up with modern day traffic, considering that this car is a 1983. But yeah, this engine presents perfectly, it runs perfectly, it drives beautifully. It is everything that I ever dreamed of in terms of having a well-running engine. The only thing that it doesn't have is a 5-speed manual, but that's okay. This is a 4-speed automatic, manufactured by ZF. If it was a 5-speed, it would probably cost a little bit more money, but that's okay. So what I've done is I've taken care of everything under here to make it 100% perfect. Brand new aluminum radiator. It is running great. The guys at BKM Auto took care of it. New distributor cap, rotors and wires, new spark plugs. Everything is running great. So I took care of all the running gear, ignition wires. Everything is just running really, really well. And I'm going to start the engine for you so you get an idea of how well and smoothly it runs. So let's go in here real quick. We start it. Another thing that they fixed, you see that the temperature there we go. The temperature needles no longer fluctuating. We don't have the oil service and inspection lights going crazy. The AC is blowing ice cold. Everything is running great. The little onboard computer, the predecessor to the original one. I'll close the door so you don't hear that annoying beep. Yes, everything runs great. The stability of the engine, everything is you could put a quarter on top of that engine and stand it upright and it's still gonna work beautifully. Now I'm gonna turn off the engine because, well, I'm not going anywhere. But that is the length of the things that I did to this car in order to make it run beautifully, as you can see it. Now, I'm going to talk about the things that I did to make it a cosmetically perfect car. So if we look at this paint, all right, ladies and gentlemen, so if we look at the exterior of this car, the outside of the car has been completely overhauled. Basically, the exterior wears a brand new paint job. So there was a bare metal refinish on the front and there was a bare metal refinish on the back. And when I talk about that, I'm talking about the hood and the trunk lid. They both got refinished in its original graphite metallic paint job. And the sides, they had a few scratches here and there, and I just wanted to address those issues because when I had originally listed this car on Bring a Trailer, those were some of the issues that the people had spoken about, and I wanted to respond correctly. So I took my time and I did what was right by the car. I did what was the best for the car. I addressed any dents, scratches, any imperfections that this car had all around the exterior of this car, and I made sure that the car was looking 100% perfect, or as perfect as it could be. I tried to retain as many original parts as I could, so if you were looking carefully, you'll see that the window surround along the windshield is the original. I wanted to keep the car as original as possible. Basically everything above the belt line is the original paint, but I'm anticipating rain. I'm at my local park right now. But yeah, this car definitely came out really, really nice. And you could see that along the sides, there is no waviness to the paint job. Everything is like glass. Perfect deep reflections all the way around. Just a beautiful car overall. It's got the bottle cap wheels. The hood is perfect. I also took the time to add new emblems. So new roundels front, and to have new roundels in the back. So those are the things that I did to this car. And I feel that the car is looking pretty much at its best since it's ever looked, since I've ever had this car. And I will argue that it probably is the best appearing that it's ever appeared since 1983, since when the car actually was released from the factory. When the original owner of the car took delivery of the car, I can argue that this car actually looks better or as good as it did the minute that it left BMW Jamaica in Queens, New York. And yeah, the car is looking 100% fantastic. This car looks amazing. Yes, I'm very proud of this car. And I'll give you an interior look because I've given you a look everywhere along this car. Interior is perfect. You know, you have a little thing over here, like, you know, the little, from wear and tear, from entry and exit, from the cigarette compartments, cigarette lighters. But, you know, all these things I originally did to the car, like all these little plastic surrounds on all four corners. You could see a little bit of weathering from the C-pillar. That's just glue, that does not come out. But the condition of the leather is what attracted me to the car in the first place. Clean carpets, those are cocoa mats, they're actually the Cecil mats. German engineering. And of course, the footwell's a little bit dirty because that's where this is where I drive the car. I use the map pockets. This is not a pill bottle, this is actually touch-up paint in the event that I do need it. But yeah, everything is perfect in this car. 100% perfect. I absolutely love it. I adore it. Great car all the way around. So I wanted to give you that little update about this car. You know, I haven't been talking about this car much on my channel. Everything's been about Porsches and updates on my Land Rover acquisitions and non-acquisitions for that matter. But I just wanted to give you an update on this car. This is a car that I'm using on a regular basis. And yeah, this is one of my daily drivers. One of my classic daily drivers. So if you like what you see, please comment, like, and subscribe to this channel. I'm gonna hop in the car and get on my way. Thanks for watching, guys.